Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Ryan with Iowa Classic Cars, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to look at a pretty special collection. I'm somewhere in Iowa. I'm with the owner, Brad. We're going to keep him off camera just because if people know him, you know where these cars are at, and let's just keep them hidden for right now. With that being said, Dwayne, would you open the door, please, and let's start looking at what's behind door number one. And other than Dwayne...
Yeah, don't be scared by Dwayne.
We've got a Shelby Mustang. So Brad, what can you tell me about this first car here?
Okay, it's a 68 GT500 KR. So it was the mid-year production. They Ford switched over from the 428 Police Interceptors in Shelby to the 428 Cobra Jets. So Carroll Shelby decided they would stick a KR behind the GT500, which stood for the King of the Road,
right?
And to kind of differentiate the Ford, let people know there's a new engine under the hood.
So this is, all these cars that you have are the real deal. They're no clones, nothing like that, right? I mean...
No, or correct.
Correct.
Yeah, these are all original Shelby Automotive built.
Now, how did you acquire this car?
Well, there's actually quite a story. We've got 4 of them, and the very first one we just kind of blundered upon it and really didn't know what it was. I mean, we know what Shelbys were, but we bought it, but it came from New York State. So it was very, very rough.
This car was?
No, the very first one we had.
Oh, the very first one.
It was a red one.
Okay.
And not this red one behind us. But anyway, we thought, hey, we need parts cars to fix this one up. So we advertised, and a fella got hold of us and said, hey, I got a white GT500 KR. And we looked at it. My dad bought it. This is all in the early 1980s.
You probably don't want the VIN number on the video, but I don't know how much you can tell from 8T03R, but that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, R is the engine designation, 428. And
is this car numbers matching?
Yes.
Numbers matching.
Yep, this is besides being dirty, it is all, it's a numbers matching, original Acapulco blue.
Yeah, beautiful car, man.
But yeah, we started going to car shows. Well, we took the white Shelby to a car show up at Des Moines at Adventureland Inn, and the fellow that was the president at Adventureland Inn said, I think I got one of these at my summer cottage at Lake Okoboji. So we went back next year, and he said, yeah, I checked, I do. Well, that's where we ended up with this blue one.
And that was from him?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And the red one,
yeah, let's go the red one next.
Jumping around.
No, you're good. I mean, hell, look, we have 3 very desirable Mustangs in a building here. So, number 2, what is this Shelby?
Okay, it's of course, it's another KR, GT500 KR King of the Road convertible. And it came from a gentleman down in Kirksville. And he had bought it from somebody in Kansas City, who got it from somebody in Oklahoma. But it is an original California car. It is rust-free, solid. But it wasn't originally candy apple red. It was a dark green.
And now, did you paint it this color, or did you buy it like this?
No, we painted it.
You painted it? Okay.
And it was red when we got it. And
beautiful car, though. Can we open the hood without getting in there? Or
I don't think so. It's pretty... Well, wait a minute.
Okay. We're going to try to open the hood here, everyone.
Yes, thanks to my lovely assistant.
Let me cover the VIN again. Another real Shelby. Now, is this also, what year is this one?
1968.
Okay.
Mid-year.
All this stuff is correct then for Shelby only, or was it also Ford? Or
the ram air system's probably the same as the 68.5 Cobra Jet Mustangs. So, but other than that, engine-wise, it's pretty much spot on.
Okay. I mean, I'm not a Ford guy. Like, I know the 59 Impalas, so this is a little out of my wheelhouse. But you guys are the experts on this stuff, so.
Well, I can kind of tell you this 68 from the beginning of the year, the run to the end of the run, they all utilized for 68 a redesigned hood. It's a factory glass hood. This is for, these louvers are functional. They do allow your engine heat. It helps dissipate that.
But the hood is Shelby only, or is it also GT Mustang?
Nope, Shelby only.
Shelby only.
And it's got fiberglass ram air set up. The plenum is under the hood. It's got a little different export brace. It's a heavier export brace for the big block cars. It's got the big block radiator. Shelby wise, it's got either Marshall or Lucas. I think these are Lucas if I remember right. But you could get either or in the Shelbys.
What's that mean?
These driving lights.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I was pointing and not speaking.
No,
so.
I'm sure the guys that are watching this that know these cars, like, oh my God, Ryan, shut up. But I'm trying to learn like everyone else is. So.
And the front end here, this piece, the headlight buckets, the front valance, that's all fiberglass. That's all unique for the '68 Shelbys. The GT500s, GT350s use the same.
How long have you had both of these cars?
Oh, let's see. This car we got the blue car we got in 1985. This red one we got in 1983.
So back before they weren't like $500,000 cars.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's quite that much, but
that's a lot of money.
Before things went crazy and.
Well, you have another one tucked back here as well. It's not a Shelby, but it's still a desirable car.
Yeah, that's a 1970 Boss 302.
And this was your first car, right? Or not this one?
No, that's a different one I've got. But this car, I think it's like a 42,000 mile car. The motor had been grenaded, so when we got it, we didn't get much for engine parts. But
4-speed?
Purchased.
Original paint, or has it been repainted?
It's been repainted.
Okay.
And it's not original color. It was white originally.
Okay.
But it's got the factory competition plus her shifter.
And the louvers. Now these were a factory option or no?
Correct. Yes,
okay.
They were.
Factory option.
And same way with the rear spoiler, the rear wing. That was a factory option. It's got the standard 15x7 steel wheels with the trim rings and hubcaps. Seems like a lot of these cars.
Hubcaps on a sport car. I mean.
Well, this was if you got a Magnum 500, it had to be ordered.
Oh, okay.
So they weren't standard, but the hubcaps and trim rings were.
Nice black interior. Real nice car. I know we can't open the hood on this one, but.
Yeah, it's a little tight, but.
Now, the 302 is just a standard Ford 302. Are they punched out any more than?
Well, it's actually. It's a 302 cubic inch engine, but it was kind of like the old, a lot of these cars that they had to sell so many units to get the body or the engine sanctioned for different race circuits. Mm-hmm. This was the Boss 302s, they had to sell so many of the engines to get them sanctioned for the Trans Am circuit.
Okay.
So the block is a standard 302 block, but it's got 4-bolt mains, it's got screw-in frost plugs, and it's got 4-barrel 351 Cleveland heads on it. So when they put the Cleveland heads on it, they had to redesign everything, put in a different intake. So this ran in the Trans Am circuit with Z28 Camaros, the AAR Cudas,
yep, and
AMC, the Javelins.
Was it AMX?
I don't know. That was a 2-seater. I don't know if they.
Okay.
But yeah, those groups of cars. So it was really neat. A lot of automotive history. They did make a little over 7,000 of these, so they're really not
pretty rare though.
Rare, not they
more rare than
blown up a lot of them. So
now is the hood and the shaker specific to the 302?
No, you could get that. That was an option across the board on the Mustangs.
Okay, even with that domed hood like that, or that contoured hood. I mean, that's.
Yeah, this is your shaker system. I was trying to get the hood up, but the Shelby's too close to it. It's not that it won't open.
No, that's okay.
But it's a functional ram air system, so you get force-fed air right into that shaker system and goes right into your carburetor.
Perfect. Well, this is only the first 3. You said you have, 9 more cars to look at?
Yeah.
Do you care if we go check them out?
Nope, that's fine.
All right. So, yeah, guys, so first building, Boss 302, Shelby Mustang number 1, Shelby Mustang number 2. All right, let's go see what else you got in store for us.
Sounds like fun.
All right, Brad, this is a barn find. I mean, really, it is a barn find. 73 Mach 1. What can you tell me about it?
Oh, that was my first car. Bought it in 1977 when I was 16. So it's underneath all this crud. It's original paint, 2-barrel 351 Cleveland. interior needs put back together, but 75,000 miles on it. Air conditioning, power steering, power disc brakes. Plans are actually to get it out this summer, get in the shop, clean it up, and go through it, and maybe take a vacation in it.
There you go.
The time has come.
But you know what? At least it's inside. It's out of the elements. You know.
Yep, it's it's a Mach one. Got the Ram Air non-functional NASA hood. It's kind of dark in there, but economical car, runs really good, rides great. The bucket seats are comfortable. It's a cool old car.
And you've had it for a few years, so.
Oh my.
It's got some sentimental connection to you.
Yeah.
And it is a real barn find.
To say the least. All the dirt and crud is free of charge.
All right, so here's the main building, and there's a lot of covered stuff here. Brad, you don't have to take the tarps all the way off if you don't want to. I mean,
This one deserves it.
okay. So this is the Boss 351. What year?
1971.
And what's special with this car? I mean, what's the story? You know, what's the production numbers? I mean,
This is the last year of the Boss the original Bosses. They made them the Boss 429 and the Boss 302 in 1969 and 70. Of course, in 71, Ford came out with a new body style, and
got a mud dauber right here.
yeah, we have a lot of mud daubers. So this they put a little redesigned 351 Cleveland 4-barrel in it. I think they were rated at like 330 horse. But this car's got 27,000 original miles on it.
Can I open the door over here?
Yeah, yep, that's fine.
4-speed, beautiful interior.
Ford, like all the Boss series cars, they got the Hearst Competition Plus shifters. It's in there, and they got the Hearst with the H and the shift pattern in it. Factory tack, deluxe interior.
Yeah, we'll get a flashlight on this thing. Better. Oh yeah, a lot better. Very nice, detailed engine bay.
Yeah, it's got the Ram Air. It's got the underhood plastic plenum, and it is a functional Ram Air. You got to get so much CFM of air going into it, and then it'll open up the little doors in here.
Okay.
Allow the air into your plenum. It goes into this sealed top of your Ram Air, and I don't know, it gains you 15, 20 horse theoretically. Car's got power steering, which was one of the few options on the car.
And this has been fully restored, or is this original paint? And
No, it's been fully restored.
okay.
That's the Ford Pewter Metallic. It's the original color, original black interior. In fact, the interior's probably 95% original.
Okay. It smells like a nice old car. I mean, it's got that smell to it.
Well, I tell you, I got a really good friend of mine, Rick Wabera, and it's okay to get his name out there. He wrote a book on the Boss 351.
sorry.
We've been friends for probably 35 years. And he took this to a couple of the Boss Nationals. And he also took it to 2017 or 16 to the, that big indoor show in Chicago, Corvette and Muscle Car Nationals. He had a pony corral with about 8 or 9 original Boss 351s in it. So it does get out. It probably gets out more than any of the other cars we've got.
I gotcha.
25 years ago, I tried buying this car from him.
Dwayne almost owned this car, but
Yeah, I tried.
needed a loan from the bank, right?
$11,000.
That would change
wouldn't buy
now.
it, Ryan, back then. That's all I had.
It's probably worth a little more than
He chuckled
11,000
at me
now.
then. Yep. Because I told him I could come up with 11,000. Remember that? Yeah,
Vaguely, yeah.
he chuckled at me.
Well, you've got some other cars in here I'd give you 11,000 for.
Yeah. Well, here we got
What are we
it.
looking under this tarp?
What's that?
What are we looking at under this tarp?
Under door number 1. This is another 68 Shelby GT500 KR convertible.
Restored.
Unrestored. All right. It's okay. We don't have to take everything off.
But yeah, that's an old lacquer job, so it's cracking and popping off.
So it's not
but
original paint. I mean, someone's painted it.
yeah, and it is originally Wimbledon white,
Same motor, the 428.
428
Same thing.
Automatic.
R,
which is
automatic
kinda cool.
C6.
Is this one slated to be restored? You know, enjoyed as is? What's the...
We got it running, got the brakes all up and going, so it's kind of on the docket to do something maybe.
Yeah, I'd give you 11 grand for this car.
Yeah.
How much of it, right?
Yeah.
That's a down payment.
Yeah.
But you have another Shelby in here too, right?
Yep.
And it's this one?
Yeah.
Under door number 2. So this is another
And it's really, it's another 68 KR
500?
convertible. It's a 45,000 mile car. The white one was 100,000 miles, so it was driven a lot.
Are the KRs all GT500s?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And then they just put the KR designation after that.
what exactly was like a GT350 versus a GT500?
GT350s were the small block.
Okay.
So the early 65, 66, 67s, they all had the K code Hypo 289 in them. 68, small block, all you could get was a 4-barrel 302.
And what's the story with these two Shelbys? I mean, where have you got these from? How long have you had them?
Well, this car in front of us, the red one, originally came from New York State. A gentleman we'd known for a while, he had drove it back, and my dad ended up buying that from him.
This car's sitting up pretty high. Is it just a roller for right now?
Well, you know, we put new springs in it,
Okay.
so they're big block
Yeah, no engine.
springs, no engine, so yeah.
Do you have the original engine for this car?
Yeah, we'll show that to you here after a bit.
Okay. But these 4 Shelbys are the only Shelbys well, I shouldn't say only Shelbys. I mean, most people will never even see one, let alone own 4 of them. Do you own more than 4 or just these 4?
Just 4.
Just 4, okay. But you got some more cars covered up, and I'm sure they're worthy of talking about.
Of uncovering.
All right, so we're looking at here, Brad.
Okay, this is a 1965 Mustang fastback.
First year for the fastback, right?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yep.
This is my future car.
Your executive car, yeah. But
GT350 or
some we bought this way. We've done a little to it, but
cover up the
somebody
doors?
yeah, that's fine. Somebody made a clone, a Shelby clone out of it, somewhat. Basically paint and wheels and hood scoop, but
nice interior.
it's
real nice
a
interior.
Kansas car. It's rust free. It's a pretty solid little car.
What's it got for an engine in it?
2-barrel 4-barrel 289.
Man, really pretty.
It's got headers and an intake. It's a fun driving little car.
Now, was it just 65, 66 that had the third window or the
Yeah, they took out
second and third windows?
the factory louvers and
Okay.
replaced them with a plexiglass.
Okay. But 60, 67 and 68 fastbacks had the plexiglass, right? Or the louvers, right?
I think they have the louvers.
And no side windows.
Correct.
Okay.
Only the Shelbys had the side window.
Okay.
The regular fastbacks didn't.
Oh, so someone has added these.
Yeah, they've added that.
Okay. So that's not a 65, 66 thing. That's just a Shelby thing that someone has
The
added.
65 and 66 had the louvers, just like the 67 and 68s.
I gotcha.
They did
Okay.
the glass, yeah. It was in the GT3.
Very cool. It was throwing me off, but that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna help you guys cover this stuff up, and if we look at the last 3 here. The one that's not covered up here is pretty cool. It's a 64 Galaxie, but it's an R code. And can you guys explain what an R code is, Brad?
It's a 427 cross bolt factory dual quad engine. They also had a standard 4-barrel 427, but the R code was the dual quad.
No motor right now,
427.
but do you have the original engine for it?
Yeah, I've got it up in the shop. It's covered up.
It's a project, but it's definitely a worthy project.
It's a cool old car. It's got a Borg Warner T10 4-speed, factory 9-inch rear end with factory 411s.
Hey, Brad,
It's got a,
is this an XL?
yeah.
Yeah.
You could raise a family in the back. You could make the family, then you could raise the family in the back.
There you go, man. There you go.
They're big cars, but they're really beautiful lines to them, I think.
Yep. Well, especially an engine like that too. I mean, you got the speed and you got the look, and it's a full size. You know, it's not a pony car. And
Yeah, it's full frame. So it utilizes that 427. You can get the horse, the power to the ground with those engines.
Yep.
And the full frame.
Very cool, man. Go ahead.
Let's take a look. I can't remember if they're in the back or they're up in the front. If I could pull one of them out. I've got the factory cast iron headers off of it. Those are impressive. I don't think they're in here. They're in the back seat or.
And you got a lot of parts shoehorned in this car.
Yeah.
Cast iron headers from the factory.
Uh-huh. They're pretty cool. They really flowed well. They flowed so well, they went down the river. Well, they're in here.
Somewhere.
Yep. Must be on the other side. There's the carburetors. Twin 600 Hollies.
We're gonna try to line something up in the summer here for everyone, and maybe get these cars out, get them all in a circle, or get them lined up and fire them up and do a proper video. Because it's cool to see them in here, but
Hear a little noise.
there you go. Alrighty, Dwayne's got one uncovered here. What are we looking at?
A 71 Mustang convertible, 302 car. Nothing real special. It's just they're fun cars to drive because they ride nice and run good.
Nice interior, automatic on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Original paint, original interior, or it been restored?
It's been restored.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys were doing this when I did my Mach one. Yep.
Been a while back.
And then is this a Mustang as well, or is this a?
Yeah.
Okay. We got one more to show everyone here, and then we'll wrap up the video. Almost.
What's that?
The top powered.
It's manual.
65 convertible.
Actually, this is a 64 and a half.
Okay.
So the very first runs of the Mustangs. Of course, these are wrong. In the 64 and a halves, the door lock knobs were color keyed. So in theory, those should be red.
Okay. And see, no one, I mean, unless you know these cars, I mean, I look at that and just think it's a doorknob pull, but no, even Ford did little nuances like that. So.
Well, yeah, just enough to make you kind of scratch your head and go,
Yep.
why? Now,
But if you're restoring these cars, you need to know that. I mean,
it's just the little things. And here's one I've never quite understood why. They did this for 6 months. That was the run of the 64 and a halves. But on the hoods, the outer, looking at the skins, physically they're the same. But on the 64 and a halves, they have this little lip, which really,
Oh, yeah, right
see
there.
it? Yeah,
Yep.
you could definitely feel it.
oh yeah.
That was 64 and a half only. In 65, 66, and I guess it wouldn't have taken much, but that lip was rolled.
So can you use a 65 hood on this car, or do you have to, I mean, if it's correct, only this hood will be
To be correct, you've got to find one of these. You could probably go in there
and make one?
and yeah, because these, you have your you have your frame and you got your outer skin, and they put these on and then they crimp them.
Okay.
So if you're a good body man, you could pull
Build
that
that.
crimp out.
Yep.
But it's also got a 260, 260 automatic. And they only offered that in the initial 6-month run
Okay.
of the Mustangs.
Now, can you get engine parts to rebuild this motor? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yep, still can. It's just really a small bore 289,
I gotcha.
but it's hard to find them.
And
'Cause
only,
they
for
wouldn't-
the, only
they-
for the 64 and a half model year.
Yeah,
Or the
Oh.
64 model year.
yeah,
And this is a generator instead of an alternator, yeah.
yeah.
Really? And a generator in 1964.
Uh-huh.
They switch it over, yeah.
Kind of wild. GM went away in what, 61? I think to an alternator.
Yeah.
Not Ford.
Ford was always a little behind GM.
Yep.
These guys are Ford
They
guys.
wanted to see what was going to work. That was,
Well, these guys are Ford guys. I'm a GM guy, but you know what? It's still impressive to see a collection like this. I mean, just the history of it is super cool.
I was I went up to Dearborn, Michigan, when I was a service manager for Ford, and they took us to the testing track. They had Blazers out there with the Ford Explorers. They had Chrysler's derivative of the, you know, they had Jeep Cherokees out there. Everybody had everybody's vehicles. They were testing them and checking them and tearing them apart and stealing each other's ideas. That's why everything looks alike.
Oh
anymore.
yeah, yep. Everyone kind of copied the same look of what people wanted at the time.
Yeah.
Well, Brad, thank you for letting me tour the collection. Everything's covered back up now to keep the dust and the bat dung off of them. But pretty impressive, man.
Hey, did you want to see let's see, the Cobra Jet engine out of that, the 427?
Yes. Yeah, before we head out, we'll go check out the engines, the 427 and then the 428 out of the Shelby, and we'll wrap this thing up. All right, so to wrap this thing up, we have 2 engines to look at. So what are we looking at here?
Okay, this is the engine out of that Shelby that's jammed and primer.
And this is the original motor and transmission.
Yep, all original. It's been rebuilt, standard bore, because it sat so long. We thought we'd better go through it.
But they're all Shelby parts and
Yeah,
all that
these
good
are
stuff.
factory Shelby valve covers.
Yeah, so what's the Cobra Le Mans mean, or Le Mans?
Well, of course, Shelby won Le Mans, didn't they? So they just incorporated that into.
Okay.
Because I'm sure you could buy those over the counter. You could buy, Shelby had a lot of performance parts.
And this is a 428.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, and to wrap this thing up, we have the 427 dual 4s engine out of that 64.
Crunch.
You okay?
Yeah.
There you go.
Trying to see what I tripped over. A twig.
Okay.
There's the air cleaner for it.
What's left of it? There we go.
There he is, the 427.
Dual quad.
And if you, there's a factory Ford dual quad intake, factory valve covers. And if you look down on the side, you can probably see the cross bolts.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's what mine's got.
Now, what was the purpose of that? Just
Well, the 406s Ford came out with, they had tri-powers on those and everything else, and they used those in NASCAR circuit, but they were losing the bottom ends out of them.
okay.
So they drilled into them. It's basically a 4-bolt main,
Okay.
but they just, they got the bolts coming in from the side.
Versus 4 on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. Brad, I'm going to keep you off camera, man, but thank you
Hey,
for letting me come down. We're going to get another video hopefully this summer. It all depends how many times it takes me to plan to get down here. But we're going to try to get them out if you're cool with that. And we'll do a proper video showing the cars cleaned up in their full glory, running, sounding pretty cool.
sounds good. I got some friends here who'll come and clean things up, get them running.
Wax on, wax out.
Yep.
There you go, wax on, wax off. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Comment your favorite car out of the bunch. I mean, there's a lot of cool ones there, so it might be hard to pick. If you're brand new, make sure to subscribe. Brad, thanks for letting me come down. And thanks, everyone, for watching the video.
Yep. You're welcome.